A quiet day in the life of a university student. English immersion from morning to night. Welcome back to Pat's Listening English. Thank you for joining me again. In today's video, we will spend a full day together. We will follow a typical day in the life of a university student. You will hear natural English used in daily routines. You may listen, repeat, or practice shadowing. You may also simply relax and let the words flow. Now let's meet Emma.
My name is Emma. I am a university student in my early 20s. I study economics at a university in the city. I live in a small apartment near campus. My daily life is simple and structured. This is a record of a typical weekday. Part 1. Morning Routine. My alarm rings at 7 in the morning. The sound is clear and repetitive. I reach for my phone beside the bed. I turn off the alarm. The room is quiet again. I sit up slowly and begin the day. I place both feet on the floor. The floor feels slightly cool. I stretch my arms above my head. My body begins to wake up. I stand up from the bed. Then I open the curtains. Morning light enters the room. The sky looks clear today. I check the time again on my phone. It is 7:05 a.m. My first class begins at 9. I have enough time to prepare. I walk to the kitchen. My apartment is small and quiet. I fill a glass with water. Then I drink it slowly. Drinking water after sleep is a good habit. It helps my body wake up. Next, I prepare breakfast. Today I choose eggs and toast. I take 2 eggs from the refrigerator. I place a pan on the stove. Soon the eggs begin to cook. A light sound comes from the pan. I place 2 slices of bread in the toaster. The toaster begins to warm the bread. While waiting, I prepare a cup of coffee. Hot water fills the cup. The smell of coffee spreads in the kitchen. Breakfast will be ready soon. I sit at the small kitchen table. The breakfast is simple but filling. I eat the eggs first. Then I eat the toast. I drink coffee slowly. The morning is calm and quiet. After finishing breakfast, I carry the dishes to the sink. I rinse the plates with warm water. Then I wash them with a sponge. I place the dishes on the drying rack. The kitchen looks clean again. Next, I walk to the bathroom. The mirror is above the sink. I squeeze toothpaste onto my toothbrush. Then I brush my teeth carefully. This routine takes about 2 minutes. It is part of my daily habit. After brushing my teeth, I wash my face with cold water. The water feels refreshing. It helps me feel fully awake. I dry my face with a towel. Then I return to my room. Now it is time to choose my clothes. I open the closet. I check the weather on my phone. The forecast shows mild temperatures. I choose a sweater and jeans. They are comfortable for class. I place the clothes on the bed. Then I begin getting dressed. I fold my pajamas and place them away. My room stays organized this way. Simple routines help my day run smoothly. Everything is ready for the morning. Next, I return to the bathroom. I stand in front of the mirror again. I brush my hair slowly. Long strokes make it smooth. Then I tie it into a simple ponytail. It is practical for the day. I prepare a small makeup routine. It only takes a few minutes. I apply a light layer of foundation. Then I add a little lip balm. The result looks natural and simple. Now I look ready for the day. Before leaving, I check my backpack. I place my laptop inside. Then I add my notebook and pen. I also bring a water bottle. Everything is ready for class. Now I can leave the apartment. I put on my shoes near the entrance. Then I pick up my backpack. I check the lights in the room. Everything is turned off. I open the door and step outside. Then I lock the door behind me. The hallway is quiet in the morning. Most people have already left. I walk down the stairs slowly. The building is still calm. Outside, the air feels cool. The day has just started. I begin walking toward the station. The sidewalk is already busy. Some people are walking quickly. Others are checking their phones. Cars move steadily on the road. Morning traffic has begun. A small bakery stands on the corner. The door opens and closes often. Fresh bread is displayed in the window. The smell reaches the street. People stop briefly before work. They buy coffee and breakfast. I continue walking down the street. The station is only 10 minutes away. Several students walk in the same direction. Most of them carry backpacks. We are all heading toward campus. This is a common morning routine. Soon I reach the station entrance. Many commuters are entering. Automatic ticket gates stand in rows. People pass through quickly. I take out my transit card. Then I walk through the gate. The platform is already crowded. People stand in organized lines. A digital screen shows train times. The next train arrives in 2 minutes. Some passengers read news on their phones. Others simply wait quietly. The train arrives with a loud sound. Air rushes through the platform. The doors open automatically. Passengers step inside quickly. I enter the train and find a place to stand. The doors close again. The train begins moving through the tunnel. The motion is smooth and steady. Passengers hold the handrails above them. Some are still waking up. The train stops at several stations. More passengers enter each time. Inside the train, the atmosphere is quiet. Most people avoid loud conversation. A student nearby reviews notes on a tablet. Another passenger reads a paperback book. Commuting time is often used for study. Many people prepare for the day. The train approaches my stop. An announcement plays through the speakers. Passengers move toward the doors. The train slows down gradually. The doors open again. I step onto the platform. The station near the university is busy. Many students leave the train together. Signs show directions to campus. Most people follow the same path. Shops near the exit are already open. Coffee stands are especially popular. I walk toward the campus entrance. Tall trees line the road. Students cross the street carefully. Bicycles pass by frequently. The university gate appears ahead. Classes will begin soon. Inside the campus, buildings are spread out. Wide paths connect each department. Students walk in groups or alone. Some discuss assignments. Others review notes before class. Morning lectures start soon. I check the schedule on my phone. My first lecture begins at 9. The classroom is in the economics building. It is located across the main courtyard. I still have a few minutes, so I walk at a relaxed pace. The courtyard is open and spacious. Benches are placed under the trees. Some students sit and review textbooks. Others talk with their classmates. The campus feels active in the morning. Everyone is preparing for class. I enter the economics building. The hallway is already busy. Students move between classrooms. Some are checking the class schedule board. I walk toward my lecture room. The door is still open. Inside the classroom, rows of desks face forward. A large screen hangs at the front. Several students are already seated. Most are preparing notebooks. I choose a seat near the middle. Then I take out my materials. I place my notebook on the desk. Then I open my laptop. The classroom slowly fills with students. Quiet conversations continue around the room. The professor enters the classroom. The lecture is about to begin. Part 2. Morning Classes. The professor stands at the front of the room. Students stop talking and look forward. The lecture begins exactly at 9. Today's topic appears on the screen. I open my notebook. Then I begin taking notes. The professor explains the main concept. The explanation is clear and structured. Important keywords appear on the slides. I write them in my notebook. Taking notes helps me follow the lecture. It also helps me remember later. Some students type notes on laptops. Others prefer writing by hand. Both methods are common among students. Each student has a different style. I prefer writing notes with a pen. It helps me focus more carefully. The professor writes a diagram on the board. It shows how decisions affect outcomes. The class watches quietly. Many students copy the diagram. Visual examples make ideas clearer. They help explain complex topics. After the explanation, the professor asks a question. The room becomes quiet for a moment. Several students look at their notes. One student raises a hand. The professor invites the student to speak. A short discussion begins. Students share different opinions. The professor listens carefully. Some answers are correct. Others need further explanation. Discussion helps clarify the topic. It also encourages active thinking. The professor continues the lecture. More examples appear on the slides. I underline key phrases in my notes. Important terms appear several times. Repeating ideas helps students understand. It reinforces the main concepts. Halfway through the lecture, the professor pauses briefly. Students take a short moment to review notes. Some stretch their arms quietly. Then the lecture continues again. The next section begins. The professor introduces a case study. It describes a real economic situation. Students read the example on the screen. Then the professor explains the analysis. Practical examples help connect theory with reality. They show how concepts work in reality. The lecture continues for another 20 minutes. Students remain focused. Some students ask short questions. The professor answers clearly. The classroom stays quiet and attentive. Everyone is concentrating. The professor checks the time. The lecture is almost finished. Students review their notes quickly. Some mark important sections. The final slide appears on the screen. It summarizes today's lesson. The professor gives a short reminder. An assignment is due next week. Students write the deadline in their planners. Some take a photo of the slide. Clear instructions help students stay organized. Deadlines are important in university life. The lecture ends at 10:15. Students begin packing their bags. Chairs move slightly as people stand. Some students approach the professor. They ask questions about the assignment. Others leave the classroom quietly. I close my notebook and laptop. Then I place them in my backpack. The hallway outside becomes busy again. Students move between classes. Many lectures begin every hour. campus remains active throughout the day. My next class starts in 1 hour, so I have time to study. I decide to go to the library. It is a quiet place to review notes. Studying soon after class is helpful. The information is still fresh. The library building stands near the courtyard. Large windows face the campus. Students enter and leave quietly. The entrance area is calm. I walk inside and look for a seat. Many tables are already occupied. I find an empty desk near a window. Natural light enters the room. I take out my notebook again. Then I review the lecture notes. Reading the notes helps reinforce learning. It improves understanding. A classmate sits at the table next to me. He is reviewing the same lecture notes. He asks about one of the key terms. The professor mentioned the definition earlier. I show the example written in my notes. Then he nods and thanks me. For a few minutes, we compare our notes. Some explanations are slightly different. We confirm the important points together. Then we return to our own study. The library becomes quiet again. Most students remain focused. I open the textbook for today's chapter. Several sections match the lecture topic. I highlight important sentences. Then I write short summaries. Combining notes and textbooks helps learning. It connects different sources. Around me, other students are studying quietly. Some type on laptops. Others read thick textbooks. A few students work together. The library environment supports concentration. It encourages productive study. Part 3, Lunch Break. I close my textbook and notebook. Then I place them in my backpack. I stand up from the desk quietly. Other students continue studying. I walk toward the library exit. It is time for lunch. The campus paths are busy again. Students are leaving buildings. Many people are heading to cafeterias. Others walk toward nearby cafes. Lunchtime usually starts around noon. Most students follow a similar schedule. I walk toward the university cafeteria. The building is large and bright. Several food counters are open. Students stand in lines to order meals. The cafeteria offers many choices. Students select different types of food. Today I choose a simple lunch set. It includes rice, vegetables, and chicken. I place the tray on the counter. Then I pay at the register. The staff hands me a receipt. I carry the tray to a table. I find an empty seat near the window. Several students sit nearby. Most people eat while talking quietly. Some students review notes while eating. Lunchtime is both a break and study time. Many students use the time efficiently. My friend Anna from my economics class walks toward my table. She asks if she can sit with me. I tell her the seat is available. She places her tray on the table. Then we begin eating together. Anna asks about the lecture this morning. She says some parts were difficult. I show her the notes in my notebook. We compare the main points of the lecture. Talking with classmates helps review the topic. It makes the ideas clearer. Anna says she was worried about the assignment. The deadline is next week. I tell her we can review the material together. Studying with someone can be useful. Anna smiles and thanks me. Encouragement is important during busy weeks. After finishing lunch, I return the tray. A collection area is near the exit. Students place their trays on a rack. Staff members clean the dishes later. Keeping the cafeteria organized is important. Everyone follows the same system. Then I walk across campus again. The afternoon classes will begin soon. Students check schedules on their phones. Some hurry toward classrooms. Others sit outside and review notes. Campus activity continues throughout the day. My next class starts at 1 o'clock. The classroom is in another building. I walk through the main courtyard. The weather remains clear. Students pass by in both directions. Everyone follows their own schedule. Part 4: Afternoon Study. The afternoon lecture begins on time. Students take their seats quickly. The professor opens the presentation slides. Today's topic continues the previous lesson. I open my notebook again. Then I begin writing notes. The lecture includes several examples. Each example explains a concept. Students read the slides carefully. Some write short summaries. The professor asks occasional questions. Several students participate in discussion. During the lecture, I underline key terms. These terms often appear in exams. I also write short explanations. Clear notes are useful for review. Organized notes help later study. They make information easier to find. The class continues for about 90 minutes. Students remain focused throughout the lecture. Some students type on laptops. Others prefer handwritten notes. Both methods support learning. Each student chooses a preferred style. At the end of the lecture, the professor summarizes the key ideas. Students review their notes quickly. Some mark important pages. The professor announces the next topic. Then the class finishes. Students leave the classroom gradually. The hallway becomes crowded again. Many people talk about the lecture. Others check messages on their phones. I place my notebook back in my bag. Then I walk toward the exit. The afternoon schedule is now finished. Many students return to the library. Others leave campus for part-time jobs. Some go home to rest. My plan is to study for another hour. Then I will go home. I stop by a small campus cafe. The cafe is located near the library. Students order coffee and snacks. Most tables are already occupied. I order a cup of coffee. Then I find a seat. I open my laptop on the table. Then I review today's lecture slides. Coffee helps me stay focused. The cafe environment is calm. Many students are studying quietly. The atmosphere supports concentration. Part 5, Heading Home. After finishing my review, I pack my bag again. The campus begins to quiet down. Some buildings are closing for the day. Students slowly leave the area. The afternoon activities are ending. I walk toward the station again. The path is less crowded now. The sun is lower in the sky. The temperature feels cooler. Evening traffic begins in the city. People are returning home. The train arrives at the platform. This time the train is less crowded. Many passengers are sitting quietly. Some people read or listen to music. I find an empty seat. The train begins moving. The train stops at several stations. Passengers enter and exit regularly. Commuting after work or class is common. Many people follow the same route daily. The journey takes about 15 minutes. Soon I reach my stop. I leave the train and exit the station. The streets look different in the evening. Shop lights are turned on. Restaurants begin serving dinner. People walk more slowly now. The day is ending. I return to my apartment building. The hallway is quiet again. I unlock the door and step inside. Then I place my backpack on the table. I remove my shoes near the entrance. Now I can relax at home. I prepare a simple dinner in the kitchen. Today I cook vegetables and rice. The cooking process is routine. I chop ingredients and heat the pan. Soon the meal is ready. I sit down at the table. After dinner, I wash the dishes. Then I organize my desk. I review tomorrow's schedule. My classes start at 9 again. Preparing the next day is helpful. It keeps my routine organized. Before sleeping, I write a short journal entry. I record what I studied today. Writing helps track progress. It also improves reflection. After writing, I set my alarm. Tomorrow will be another study day. Thank you for spending the day with me. I hope this English immersion supports your listening practice. Continue learning step by step. Good night. See you next time.